Yo, what's up? It's your boy Jay Starks, the OneWheel Wing Baby, your friendly neighborhood one-wheeler, back with another episode of A+. When I first got my OneWheel, like most riders, I told myself I was gonna get my money's worth. I was gonna ride this board everywhere. And to do that, I needed to feel safe on the board. So the first thing I did, which most riders don't do, was learn the limits of the board. I spent time just testing the limitations of the board. I had borrowed my brother Federico's board before, but I couldn't really test it. I couldn't really push it to the limits. I mean, imagine, what could be worse than an $1,800 mistake? Breaking someone's OneWheel while you're borrowing it? So when I got my XR, I told myself I was gonna run it into the ground in a good way. And that started with me learning how the board felt at 100%, 75%, 50%, 25%, and dying. And that's when I discovered the cusp. The word cusp is defined as a point of transition or a point that marks the beginning of a change. In OneWheel language, the cusp represents the breaking point at which your motor no longer can sustain your body weight. At this point, you either A, slow down, or B, you nosedive. The cusp is based primarily on three variables: your body weight, the speed at which you're currently traveling, and how rapidly or how hard you attempt to accelerate. Exploring the cusp is extremely dangerous, so safety gear is strongly advised. A helmet at bare minimum. Trust me, once you smack your head a few times, you'll be glad you were wearing that helmet. And if possible, practice on grass. Concrete is far less forgiving. Once you find yourself a spot that's spacious, preferably grass, and ideally unpopulated because lawsuits from crashing into civilians can be so much more expensive than replacing your OneWheel, we can begin exploring the cusp. While standing still or rolling straight, you want to try to push the nose into the ground. For most of you, this will be the most pressure you've ever intentionally put on the nose of the board. And that's fine. It's gonna be uncomfortable. That's the whole point. You should be taking mental notes of the way that the board feels when you push beyond the cusp. If done properly, the feeling will become more organic and you'll be able to remain calm and resist the urge to try to control the board coming back to a level position. Once your body is familiarized with the tension that comes while approaching the cusp, as well as the absolute loss of tension that you experience after passing the cusp, you'll find yourself in a mental space where you can practically predict when you're going to nosedive. Let's get into it.